I am back today to discuss 10 preps you need to grab immediately. And these are not some far out crazy things that are going to be very difficult to get. These are things that if you grab these 10, you can prepare for about 90% of the scenarios that are going to happen in your life, whether it be a natural disaster, some type of man made emergency, or just a straight up zombie apocalypse, without spending too much money, time, or effort. But a lot of people just don't get. And the first one I want to mention is not on this table, but it's cash. If you have a savings account and you've got a little extra money in there, go ahead and pull some cash out. Put it in an envelope, grab a fireproof safe, throw it there, hide it away. You always want to have access to some cash. Honestly, I would like to keep at least $500 cash somewhere at all times, just in case the power goes down and you still need to purchase items. Having that little extra cash is pretty nice. Now, that's not necessarily something that has to be $500. Again, it's something you can do immediately on the way home. Withdraw a little bit of your money. Don't spend it. Don't be tempted to spend it, but put it to the side. The next is get food for 2 weeks, and not just the food that you're going to eat those 2 weeks, but kind of a rotating food method. If you're always buying Cheez-Its, instead of buying one box, buy two boxes and stack them behind each other. When you eat through the first box, slide the next one up and put one behind it. This is a natural way to buy exactly what you want to buy without wasting any food, but having an extra set of it just in case something happens and you can't leave the house for 2 or 3 weeks. You're going to have the food on hand and that extra 2 week supply. And that goes hand in hand with items in the refrigerator that are not going to spoil. Kind of put one in front, put one in the back, and rotate them through. You can do that with your canned goods as well. I know a lot of companies actually sell can racks that when you put the new ones on top, the old ones pop out at the bottom and you continually use those. I think that's a great idea. The next is water. Have a couple cases of water lying around, not that expensive, $5 a case, or you can grab something like this LifeStraw if you have running water on your property. Some way to filter and get water, especially with what we see going on with the train derailment and water supplies potentially being contaminated. Having a LifeStraw filter or bottled water on hand is going to be key. Again, we're not necessarily talking post-apocalyptic scenarios, just scenarios that is an emergency that you may not be getting help with and you need to help yourself. The next one is gas. You can grab an extra can of gas, 2 cans of gas, an extra can of diesel for your tractors. Have them sitting around and then again rotate them through. Have them on a rotating method so they don't gather water. A lot of times too, this comes in handy during mowing season. If you got an ATV, it's just really convenient to have 2 or 3 extra cans of gas. And that way, if you need to grab and go, you don't necessarily have to stop at a gas station. If you want to leave an area very quickly, you'll be able to fill up on the road and just immediately go without slowing down and stopping. The next is a power bank. It can be something as big as this power bank right here with AC output, or it can be as small as those little battery banks, or even a car jump box. That's going to be key to charge electronics, cell phones, communication devices, different things like that. Now, I love having the battery banks with the AC output, and these are going to be great in a power outage scenario, no matter what that is. And in fact, one time I edited all day off of this power bank, plugged my computer in. Even though the power went out, I still had access to my computer and could edit all my videos. And it just was nice to have. Again, we are not talking about life or death scenarios with all these preparedness items, but they could come in handy for an extreme emergency or to help a minor inconvenience just smooth out your day. Next thing is a little bit more difficult, and probably the most difficult on this list, or most expensive on this list, is a way to generate power if power goes out. Now, that may sound like a daunting task to newbies, but when you start digging in, solar panels have come a long way, and you can set up a solar panel array with a marine battery for about $400 in your backyard and continuously recharge that and have almost an infinite supply of power, although it's limited by the wattage size and storage capacity of your battery. But in a preparedness scenario or a grid down scenario for months on end, something like that is key. Now, places like Amazon do sell these solar generators with the solar panels included, again, for about $400, and that way you can generate power. I'm not necessarily talking about a gas generator that's definitely nice. But if you have a solar generator that you can charge up batteries, they're making some pretty interesting things when it comes to heated jackets, heated gloves, heated sleeping bags that are powered by these power banks. They can keep you warm in a wide variety of scenarios. You can keep it in your car in case you get stranded in a blizzard, or in your home if the power goes out in the wintertime. So ways to make power is definitely key. Next thing I want to talk about, it might be a little bit more controversial. That's actually armor. And not necessarily a full kit or a plate carrier or a bulletproof vest, but having a backpack panel, a bulletproof panel to slide into your backpack. For instance, this is one from Tacticon Armament. It's actually special rifle threat, stops 223 762 by 39 rifle rounds, 3.1 pounds. It's very wide, it slides into a backpack, and it protects you against rifle rounds. They also have level 3A rated versions of these plates for about $100. All of the information and linking to the items I'm mentioning will be in the description below, but you guys can find what best suits your needs by subscribing to this channel and my other channel, because I'm constantly reviewing these products. Next thing I want to discuss is a cook kit. Having a cook kit is going to be key, and that is something as simple as heading to Walmart and buying a propane stove that runs off of those green propane cylinders. That way you can grab and go, or even just set it up in your kitchen if the power goes out. And that's the other thing I want to mention, ways to cook if the power goes out. Gas grills and the gas griddles outside are going to be great, awesome ways to prepare food in case your electricity goes down and you don't have a gas stove on the inside of your house. Having one of those griddles, the portable griddles, or even just a couple of small little propane stoves are going to be great. Number 9 is personal defense. We won't get a ton into that, but I think everybody needs some type of personal defense no matter what it is, and that is a video in and of itself, but I feel like some people just kind of neglect or don't think about that aspect of it, and that is a great option. And number 10 is kind of a variety. It's going to be a plan. Have a plan, have communication, and have skills. All three of those things are massive undertakings in and of themselves, but have a game plan so if something happens, you can just grab and go, and you don't have to take precious seconds or minutes to figure out what you're going to do. Have a bag with all of your essential items in it. Have a fire safe with all of your special papers, your passports, your, whatever you can possibly think of. Have a grab bag of everything you need if you have small children. Maybe it has diapers, baby food, wipes, formula, things like that. Just have everything ready to go, or at least know where it's at, because a lot of times we already have these things in a location anyways. We might as well store them in a central location, allowing us easy access. Communication if the cell towers go down or it's a natural disaster or something like that. Having the ability to just have a couple of walkie-talkies that you pick up on Amazon for $50 and a way to charge them is going to allow you to have communication if you're sending out somebody to go get water or check on roads or things like that. Those are great options as well. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. If not, I hope it's just a reminder for all of us, especially me in general, to kind of think about these things. Try to get things organized. I know we all take time off, or we all slack, or we all forget, or we don't update our kits, but this is just a good reminder for me, and I like making these videos. If you have anything I missed or essentials that I didn't put on my top 10 list, please leave them in the comments section below. And again, if you want more information about any of the products I discussed, subscribe to the channel and check that description. Have a good one.